Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to PCM21. It's Stage Racer. We're on episode number 15. We've hit the turn of the month into October, the final month of the season, really the final couple of weeks of the season. So we're just about there. We have leveled up yet again, and that brings us to level 9. This time, though, it's just a skill point plus access to now World Tour level races, which will be important because we may bring our team up to a level in which it's going to bring us into Continental Pro already here in our second year. If that happens, then there will be some World Tour races. So that's a huge step for us to hit that before the start of the new season. And as promised, the category that's yet to be filled, the training category, which will improve our fitness and fatigue throughout the season, which is certainly a good thing. So we'll go ahead and utilize that one. It takes us all the way to the end of the signing period. It's already the 10th of October. However, we finally get an offer from Hagens Berman Axeon. And I think I know why they didn't give me an offer when they did. Or when they didn't give me one previous, that is. And I think that's because there's a big addition coming to the squad for next season, which essentially used up their budget. But because the game is designed in such a way that if you don't have a contract, it will not let you go into the next season without one. It forces you to sign a contract, and it forces you to sign one with your old team if you don't sign anywhere else. So even though the budget cap may have actually already been met through other signings, and you'll see who when we start the new season, thanks to that, they're going to get the major bonus of getting me as well. And I think this team is definitely going to be headed to Continental Pro now. You can see just what I'm talking about in our choice selection. There's no other contract out there, and we have no right to refuse the extension from Hagens Berman Axeon, which of course is what I wanted anyway. But you see, with me coming to the team, we're looking pretty good. 3.5 stars already entering next season. You see how much better that makes us. We were at the very bottom of the scale. Well, not the very bottom, but near the very bottom of the scale of the teams that were interested in me. Beat Cycling at the top of that scale. And suddenly we find ourselves moving to the top of this list. So that's quite a hefty jump. And I get bonus points for re-signing with my team. And you can see who it is that's going to be joining us there. So 2 team leaders now. I'm going to make 40,000. Yowzer. The final 2 races of the season were youth races, and I've just become too good for that level. And so I went ahead and quick simmed those. Yes, I'm sacrificing some XP, but I'm too good for that level. There's no point participating there and wasting your and my time. So we've hit the end of our rookie season. It's been a good one. We've claimed 12 victories, majority of those at that youth level, but we are definitely getting quite competitive now. I mean, my average is a 78. I wouldn't really consider myself a 78 just yet, but I would definitely consider myself a mid-70s in terms of where I'm at competitively. And for Continental Pro, that's going to be pretty good. World Tour, not quite there. I'm not going to be quite competitive, but I could definitely get into some top 10s. Already at this point, I would think. Here's the big moves for the year. So we've got Cavagna going to Astana, Port going to Duquesne, Almeida over to Ineos, Zolo, Landa, Thomas all making moves, Turgis, Stibar, Martinez, and Sagan over to Cofidis now. Wow, Sagan really fallen off. Before we're too far gone, here's the results for the season. Van Aert winning the World Tour rankings ahead of Pogacar and Roglic. Van der Poel for Alpecin Phoenix, total domination for them. Merlier and Philipsen, 1, 2, 3 ahead of Barguil. That's a pretty dominant group. Those guys are way too strong for Continental. But Coquard all the way down in 10th. Gourmet down there. Barbier, Buoni down in 14th. And that's almost good to see him dropping down that order, because in years past he's always in that top 5. Siskavicius down there. There's definitely some names around. Turgis. In the Super Prestige rankings, this is the one that I care about. This is the one that I track for the sake of scoring the series. And while I might have claimed 12 victories this year, the majority of that was in the youth races. The youth races do not acquire the super prestige points. Therefore, it was ultimately a failure of a season as I finished 386th in the rankings. But again, that's because of the nature of the races that I participated in, for the most part, were just too low of a level. Next season, that's guaranteed to change, and so this score is going to be much, much higher. 124 is all we managed for the year, but it is what it is. So the new season begins. It's already the final day of January. I find myself in good shape. Fitness is at 98%. This is one of my objectives, but we're not yet into a fitness peak. Though today I serve as a support rider, so I am a teammate today. Despite the quality that I bring, the 80 mountain, the 76 punchiness, the 75 resistance, I'm still going to end up having to ride for the team. And in terms of riding for the team, we need 25k plus 25% of that, so 7.5, so plus 8, so 33. We need 33 kilometers on the front. Working our way up there. Now there's already 6 riders off. There's 3 riders in addition that are trying to get away, and at the moment we're trying to chase down at least those 3 so that we keep the break from getting too large. There are a lot of World Tour teams here, and so it's gonna be a bit of a hassle to get my kilometers in. There you go, we finally do get started on that. It's gonna be a bit of a hassle to get much out of today, but we'll give it a shot. I've got a lot of new teammates, a lot. We have some added strength in Chad Haga, but after that, there's a massive drop-off in the quality of the team. A lot of our good support riders, the okay-ish support riders that we had a year ago, a lot of those guys did not get recovered, so most of the money has gone into Chad Haga, and then of course for me, but that was after the fact. That was at the deadline day where they're kind of allowed to push past the budget. So I don't know why the budget itself didn't go up a whole lot, but we are now a Continental Pro team. It is official. We've made it to the Continental Pro level. That's why we are in a race here that has so much of World Tour teams here, World Tour quality. And we're going to have our hands full. There's our 100%, but let's continue on, get that 32. Into recovery mode. 4 riders off the back. I might have been a fall. I just didn't see it. Still 7 riders off the front. That guy in no man's land is about to be reeled in. Finally has been. Good. Over the top. Recovery ongoing. 70k to go on the stage. It's only a +1 race day condition, but with the fitness level where it is, looking very, very good. I'm just not going to have the team support, so I'm going to have to ride for myself on that final climb, push out as best I can. I'm not necessarily thinking about the stage win here, as I'm not exactly suited to winning this type of stage, but I think I could very much get a solid finish overall and possibly finish in the top 10. Just 4 riders left off the front, 49 seconds. Steep climb here. Touze, Flores, Cosnefroid making a big push here. Meanwhile, I'm still in conserve mode. Halfway up the climb, though, it's time to speed that up a little bit.
So for the moment, we shouldn't see too many attacks. It's an attack!
Brambilla attacking. Down to 45, down to 43 as we go over the top. Still in that nice strong position and still have a good amount of energy left, though not perfect. But look at the rest of my team. I was not the leader today, however, everybody's gone and or toast after that climb. 40 riders left. Small climb. Mania done. Malone done. Short descent, and then into that final climb, down to 28 now. Already looking solid for a top 25. But what more can we do? We're going to slow this down for this last climb. There we go. 18.5 kilometers to go. What is the finish like? Because it does level off. It's just level. The biggest part of the climb is this next section where we take this left-hander. This is where we want to have our move come from. Right through here. We've gone clear.
There's a rider trying to break away from the bunch.
Attack by Benoit Cosnefroy.
Cosnefroy going with me. He's going to work with me. Haven't gotten off the front at all, actually. Okay, we need to kind of keep up the climbing tempo.
Only 15
Dillier
kilometers left.
gets a little bit clear. Does what I could not. We're down to 20 chasing 2. Gel up 14k. Okay, we're going to see a bit of an explosion in the group, I think. There's a fair bit of fatigue out there. Yep, there goes a couple more riders. The top 10's looking better and better. Not at the moment, though. I'm feeling it after my attempted attack failed. Rodos just really hurt me on that one. 15 chasing 2. Got enough.
The finish line
Got
is
enough to
getting
get over the
close.
top, though.
The rider's just past the 10 kilometers road sign.
Top 14 now. The 2 off the front, Cosnefroy and Dillier. We're getting some recovery already. That's nice. I'm such a good climber these days that I recover quite quickly. Heart rate doesn't go as high, as bad as some others. Gel's gone, though. I don't have an advantage there. I'm not much of a sprinter, but I have some acceleration, and I'm gaining a little bit at the moment. Okay, we're seeing a big push right now from some of these guys.
One last go. The finish line is getting close. The rider's just past the 5 kilometers road sign.
4k to go. Need to get a decent position, but can't override because we really just don't have much left. 2k. Still trying to get that position. 1.5k and final kilometer. I'm going to run out of energy before the line. That's going to put me towards the back. I'm going to get ahead of Mataway. I'm going to head of Sivikov. But it's going to be just outside the top 10. Cosnefroy, Venturini, Simmons, 1, 2, 3. Riding for 12th. Good result. Was hoping for that top 10. Not quite there. Just didn't quite have enough left. And that was because I tried to attack at the base of the climb. And I didn't get away at all. Cosnefroy just covered me off very easily. I'm not that punchy. Not quite strong enough to do that against this group. That took a little bit too much out of me to where by the time we got to the end there just wasn't much left. And if I was at the back of the group, I'm never going to win that sprint. I had to be near the front of the group, so I needed to keep that effort up. And even if I had the energy left, I still was, if I was at the back of the group to save the energy, I would have still only finished ahead of the 2 guys I finished ahead of, Sivikov and Mataway, who faded. Because I wouldn't have out-sprinted anyone. 12th, not bad though for my first real test against World Tour guys. In a punchy setting, which is not my strength. We kick off the Tour of Provence 4-stage race with a prologue that's slightly more than a prologue. It's 9.5 kilometers. So full prologue is 5k. You get full time trial at 25k. You get a mixture of your 2 attributes in between that. And I need to be pushing a bit harder than I am at the moment. So my 78 time trial with the 72 prologue, it's going to be a lot more prologue. So maybe a 73, 74. Resistance at 72, so I'll be okay here, but I'm not going to put in a fantastic time. I mean, 17 seconds down at the moment. I think I might be a little bit better at the finish than where I am right now, because I think I came out of the box just a little too soft at that 85, but you can see I'm having to back off a little bit more to the 86 now. But it'll still be a better average ride than what I had. Okay, 20th, yeah. So it was better towards the line. Now there's still a few riders left to go, but my position only dropped by 2 spots. So presumably I might drop by 2 more spots. And now 30th. for the riders at the beginning, so maybe 3 spots. So it'll be good enough for top 25, and that's not bad. It's not going to pick me up any points. Cavagna just went to the top. Filippo Ganna is up there. Kung. So 24th overall, 30 seconds down. Chad Haga is 2 seconds ahead of me at 28 seconds down. So that's 2 of our riders in some form of contention. And Tolman Shadrack, which I don't know anything about him yet, but he's only 19 years of age. I don't know. Maybe he's a time trialist specialist. He did show up on our list of better riders on the team when we went to sign. I mean, Gavin Mannion, who I know about from other series anyway, isn't a great rider, but to be above him already at just 19 means he's a pretty good rider. Team wanted a top 15, but that happens all the time to me. They always want more than really is what is realistic, because the result we just got was realistic. I'm not a prologuer, I'm a time trialist. At least when it comes to those 2 disciplines. I'm not bad. Top 25 is not bad. But it is what it is. Now, in terms of real time for you, you've seen a few stages, and it hasn't been that long. For me, though, it was September when I started this episode. It's now February, so quite a bit of time has passed. It's taken me quite a bit of time to put this together, and I'm incredibly busy, as I know almost all of you know by now. So once this stage is done, we're going to go ahead and call it an episode, and then I'm going to back-to-back record the next episode so I can at least get a little bit done ahead of time with yet another busy week ahead of me. Well, anyway, stage 2, and we've got a kind of difficult, punchy stage. I think this is going to come down more to climbers like we saw in the opening race to the season. We're definitely really starting to experience this rise in competition level now, right? The dominance at the youth level that I had, long gone. I now have full team support where I had partial team support earlier. Chad Haga, you can see how he's doing well, but we'll see how many riders are left after this climb. I have a feeling this peloton's going to be a bit smaller than it is. Right now it's 135. 4 riders left off front. Gaps are definitely coming down on those guys. And there's some pace. See, Haga's doing okay. I'm doing okay. But we're seeing a pretty rapid drop in the ability of a lot of our riders to keep up, as we hit a very steep section right there. So far, just a small group out the back. Surprisingly, really not that many at this point. I want KOM points. 1K to go. There's still some KOM points. No. Objective is top 15 for the GC, and that's what I'm going to focus on for this race. Not going to get myself involved in another competition. KOM might come with bonus points. No, we're up against the World Tour, guys. Down to 111. Not as small of a group as I thought it would be. But the steepest climb is that last one. Even though it's not as long, it's very steep. It's going to be a very hard climb. So 112 chasing 1. He's still got a minute 45, whoever that is. That's Vessier. That's a decent gap. He climbed that pretty well, ultimately solo. Haga's good. I'm good. Mannion's doing pretty good. Let's get these guys up here. I want you to get up on my wheel. I want Mannion to get up on his wheel, not his wheel. I want those guys all coming up here. Alone, get up here too. Wichitello's already on protection duty. Hey, guys, did I not just give you orders? Why are you ignoring them? Okay, Richitello's gonna fade, so Malone, you're gonna take over. Alone, I thought you were coming up, buddy. Alone furthest back right now. Tolman back here as well. See if they can help these guys find their way up there.
This climb features some dreadful percentages.
Alone's going backwards. Richitello's going backwards. Alright, how are we looking now? So Tolman, take over. Before we get over the top of this plateau, we're going to change the order here, and I'm going to have these guys push us towards the front. But we need to have that happen before the top of the plateau, because it's not going to happen very well over the descent. But we're not far from the front right now. So flipping the order is really all we need to do. Alright, keep the right side of the road, keep the right side of the road where I know we're okay. Okay, Tolman, start pushing. 90 left in the peloton. Hagen's looking a little stronger than I am. I don't think I'll end up attacking on this one. I think this is going to be more about trying to thin the field out a bit, maybe. Alright, on to the base of the climb.
The riders are in a portion above 10%.
Full 95.
The riders are entering the last 15 kilometers of the
Short and
stage.
steep. It's already down to 2K.
The peloton has definitely accelerated, meaning that an attack is highly unlikely. Oh
Okay.
my, that's a spectacular
See if Barth
fall.
try to make a move. Let's go ahead and set those two to auto. Okay, on to Haga. Geniez. 700 meters. $59 riders left. $57 riders left. $22 riders left. This is what I was looking for. We need a top 15. If we suddenly have 21 riders left in the front group and everybody else loses time, we're more than 10K out. So Haga needs to keep working.
Watch out, a team leader is falling behind.
Alright, last climb coming up.
Alexandre Geniez goes onto the attack.
Alright, we go over the top. Now 19 riders left. And the gap's starting to open behind a little bit. Please do not fall on this descent. Fingers crossed, folks. Big right-hander right here.
The riders are entering the last 5 kilometers of the stage.
That one worried me. That one very much worried me. Okay, 99. 4K. Oh, come on. That group momentarily regained contact with us. That's not a good thing. Haga leading me out, but he's going a little too fast at the moment. Got his sprint going. Got my sprint going. Oh, come on. Where's the sprint? Oh, I got squeezed. No, no, no. Okay, no time bonus. But please give us a time gap. That's all I care about. Time gap. Shockman, Valverde, Cosnefroy, 1, 2, 3. Both of us in the top 10. Haga, 6th. Myself, 7th. And there's your 19. There's plenty of gap. Over 30 seconds behind. 33, 34 seconds down. Oh, it would be a horrible, nasty shame if we don't get that gap given. It is a punchy stage after all. There it is, 33 seconds to 20th on down. So we have 19 riders left in contention at the top. But of course, we just had that prologue that impacted things by 30 seconds. So here's the new standings. Schachmann, Almeida, and Bernal on the podium. Haga and I both in the top 10 at 17 and 19 seconds down overall. And then your drop off. Coming at these guys now 30 plus seconds, 40 plus seconds behind. Yeah, we're in a good spot so far. One more punchy stage, and then a flat stage with tons of undulation that looks more like the punchy stage, where you have two punchy stages that almost look like mountain stages. So not an easy race in terms of the profile to the actual. So far so good. We're in a good position. We'll see how things go in the last couple stages, but we'll see that next time. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Thanks for tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there. Bye for now.